How in the world the Red Sox, 3 straight innings, you have the bases loaded?
How many runs did they score with the bases loaded? 3 straight innings. Yeah, let me guess. Let's see, 3 innings, bases loaded. You should get at least one per inning, and then 2 and 1.
Then throw it. You know what? Throw an extra on there because you're feeling charitable with the Jimmy Fund.
6 runs.
Okay, 6 minus 2 minus 3 minus 1 is how much?
That would be 0.
That's correct.
And you lose. The Red Sox lose. The Red Sox lose. One run loss, right?
Oh, I'm going to tell you, at the end of the season, if the Red Sox can go to, like, at the arcade when you take all your tickets and you exchange it for, like, one of those guns that shoots, like, the suction cups or maybe a stuffed animal or a piggy bank, if the Red Sox could take all of those one-run losses and cash them in at the end of the season, they'll still get nothing.
24th one-run loss.
That, you know what?
Seems like a lot.
Way to go. That is something special. That is really... God. I was so freaking frustrated last night, and you probably saw, Andy, the litany, just the hot run of Sox fans, every Sox account, just worst loss of the season. How do you lose that game? Most frustrating loss.
I agree.
If we don't make the postseason, this is the one that's going to hang over my head like a stink cloud all fall long.
Well, because it was classic in that it included some of the things we talk about, bullpen blowing things, starting pitcher not being great. Walker Buehler wasn't even as good as his numbers. It was a struggle fest from day one, minute one. You had base running questions / is it a base running question with Eaton not tagging up, or is it some scouting pregame decision question that I can blame on analytics, and Dan Ball just put his headset on because I think he knew where I was going? Because that's who I'm blaming right now. I don't know if Alex Cora was kind of trying to save face or protect someone, but in doing so, he put analytics in the... Wait, you made a decision for crunch time on an iPad at a 2:00 meeting in the afternoon? What the hell are we doing?
Am I the only one that didn't believe that?
I kind of didn't believe it, but I'm trying to take him at his word first. Let's go superficial first.
Sure.
If he's right, and in their scouting report they said that's how did he describe the bad arm that I saw with my own eyes as not being good? He had some word for it. A great arm, a dangerous arm, whatever.
Yeah.
We weren't going to challenge it. Okay, so you made that decision before the game started, unfolded, played out, anything. We just made... So, again, this gets back to one of those where I become critical of him in a way. Why do I need Alex Cora? If I made that decision on an iPad at 2 p.m. in a meeting, what do I need the manager for?
I think it's a little bit different. I would guess because they pinch ran Eaton to start that inning, I would guess they made that decision before the inning started. We're going to bunt him over to third with Connor Wong, and then if you hit it to the outfield, if he hits it to center, at a certain depth, he's not running if you hit it. But so I would guess they had the discussion before the inning.
So this is Fenway Park that was already electric for a portion of the night. The crowd showing yet again they want to be into the game. They want to be a factor. When Nathaniel Lowe hits the home run, you got the lights flashing. It's like great. You know, it was a little Drake May moment there against Tennessee. That home run would have been really cool if it was a walk-off and not a game tying, and then you go on to blow the game afterwards. Little Drake May-esque finish there. But they wanted to be involved, right? Chapman's out there. They're on the edge of their seats. They're standing up. There's buzz in Fenway Park. In that environment, and you have a fastest guy on the team, right? Eaton?
Mm-hmm.
I believe
Nate
so.
Eaton?
Yep.
Yes, he's
faster
one of the
than
fastest
D-Ham?
guys in the league.
Yeah, fastest guy. He's on third base in a raucous environment. I don't know. The theory of, like, let's put some pressure on the center fielder, the catcher, like, let's make them make a play. Because in my mind, it's more likely in that environment that they don't make a play, that your fast guy beats the ball to the plate. I don't care what your stupid scouting report says.
So the number that's been floating around Twitter is Nate Eaton is 95th percentile in terms of speed, so one of the fastest guys in the league, 95 out of 100.
Fast.
And Colton Cowser has the 95th percentile arm, so he is 95 out of 100 in terms of arm strength. So
I
theoretically,
thought it was one of the weaker arms.
It is one of the stronger
just
arms.
looked it.
Yeah,
it
it's
was
one
an
of the
awful
stronger
throw.
arms making a terrible throw in crunch time, which, to your point, is why maybe we give this guy a chance. Because, again, at that point, you're 0 for 12 with runners in scoring position, something like that.
13 was coming.
Exactly, because you're not having a good day. That's the kind of situational thing that I feel like they didn't take into account.
I'll also add something in there that I hate, but is now a factor in Major League Baseball, every time I see one of these plays at the plate, the first thing you hear the color guy on the broadcast say, well, we got to look to see if he was blocking the plate, see if they might want to challenge it, right? So you could get thrown out and maybe even try to use some stupid loophole rule to have a walk-off weird win kind of situation. So the fact that this decision was made beforehand, okay, that's what Alex Cora said. Now, what do we think really happened? Was the decision made beforehand, or was this a case of him being what he is great at, the human shield, defending the organization, his players, whoever? Was he defending Kyle Hudson, the third base coach? Was he defending Eaton? Because if we go back and listen to the audio that Stiz played coming in, Will Fleming was like, and Eaton's coming home. Wait, hey, Eaton, I said Eaton's coming home, and he didn't. Like, he thought it was a foregone conclusion that he was coming home, and at least visually, whatever.
You got to do something to wake that offense up after the last couple of innings when you've had the 3 straight innings where you have the bases loaded. Like, you need to take any and every chance you can. And yes, Bregman coming up next obviously factored into the calculus as well. Yeah. It wasn't that deep, and I'm sure Roman Anthony went to bed last night like, I just got under it a little too much. Like, if he hit it 10 feet further, he goes, he scores.
Or if Nick Eaton just runs, he score. Game over. I saw the throw.
No, game tied. That would have tied the game.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Tied the game. But, like, the idea that decision was made. So, do we believe he was protecting someone? And if so, who's he protecting? Who's the easiest person to point the finger at?
I think he was kind of, I won't say protecting himself.
Oh.
If anything, he's definitely protecting his third base coach, because Alex Cora is not the type of manager to just throw another position coach under the bus and say, well, I told him to go, because we got a good baseball team.
Dan Ball, what do you
know? Here's this. Nope. I think he absolutely was protecting it. He was sticking to the game plan, and he was definitely protecting the third base coach.
I'm in lockstep with Fitzy in that I think he was protecting Hudson, because going back and looking at the replay, Nate Eaton was running full speed, head down off the bag, and then you could see Hudson right next to him in his ear, after which he turns his head to the left, sees what's going on, and then stops. So I think Kyle Hudson was going, go, 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 stop, and that's what ended up kind of screwing the play over. So I think he was defending his coach's instinct in saying, no, don't go, because it looked like Nate Eaton wanted to score.
Well, yeah, and it looked like Will Fleming wanted him to score, and I'm pretty sure virtually every fan in Red Sox Nation wanted him to score, and he didn't score. But I'll get back to it. This is a classic, in some sense, Red Sox loss. 1 run, extra innings, bullpen stinks, starting pitching not good enough. Your bullpen is being put in tough spots. Base running is questionable. Oh, and should I also include strikeouts? Let's see. You load the bases, and you struck out again, struck out again, struck out again. It's actually only 8 for the game. I would say some of them, though, were, how would you say this, critical, timely, important.
Should count for 2?
Yes, should be doubled up. You cannot strike out 3 straight times with the bases loaded. Bases loaded, no outs. And I know they loaded the bases again and again, but to me, that was the most frustrating one, because you have the chance to not get to all this other crap. If you do your job with the bases loaded and nobody out, all this other stuff never happens, never comes to fruition. So this is an infuriating loss for the Boston Red Sox. 617-779-7937 if you want to react to what went on last night. Fitzy, are you mad, sad, disappointed, or is there any reservations setting in where you might be like, wait, what month is it? Oh, it's August? Wait, don't the Red Sox usually do this in August after teasing us for a while, fall apart, have a losing record, and then we start questioning what Cora's doing? Isn't that how August works in Red Sox Nation, Fitzy?
You asking me, like, what? Not just what kind of fan, but what kind of parent I am at this point? Like, like your kids have probably come through the door and you're like, I'm more disappointed than I am mad.
Yeah.
You should have used your better judgment.
Yeah. So are you disappointed? You mad? You accepting?
I'm actually a little bit sad after last night's loss. I am. You want to know why? Because I feel like we haven't even gotten into this yet, but we have the Jarren Duran outburst, which sort of speaks to people in the dugout becoming a bit unglued, unhinged, or basically losing their discipline and focus. You've got the inability to come through in the clutch. You've got cascading mistakes made through the weekend that pay off later in the week and cost you games that you need to win. Sure, you're still in the wild card hunt. You absolutely have a playoff spot if they start tomorrow. Here's the thing. They don't. You got a little under a month and a half left to play. And now the Red Sox have to, and I know we were updating different tote boards yesterday for a greater good and cause, Dan Ball, but now the Red Sox need to go 24-11 to reach the 92-70 plateau, which is starting to seem pretty difficult considering Cedar Rafaela hasn't had a home run since before the All-Star break. Abraham Toro couldn't hit the side of a barn with a barn door, and the offense is completely falling apart.
But you missed somebody. Whoa, you missed somebody. If we're gonna pull people out to kind of scapegoat, you have an $18 million designated hitter platoon
Yoshida
guy. He stinks. I mean, you give him
Yoshida.
you know those big red bats that you use when the kids are little so that it's easier for them? I think you give him one of those, he would still –
But they're like they're plastic and you buy them at Ocean State Job Lot or Shaw's.
They crack and you have to buy another one in a week and that whole thing. He is – if we're going to start listing guys, and I know Rafaela's got the night off and then he gets the day off today. They kind of want him to reset. There's talent there. We know that he can go on a run. Sure. What's Yoshida do for this baseball team?
Yeah, he officially needs a visit with the Bobs. What would you say you do here?
You know what he actually does? Forces me to watch games where players I want playing aren't playing because they feel like they have this rotation of guys. The other guys in the rotation I want to play. Rafaela, I don't care about the streak that's gone downward. I saw the pre-All-Star game high streak, what he can do when he's rolling and riding high. Obviously, Anthony and Wilyer Abreu and Jarren Duran, I want to see those guys play. Yoshida, there has never been once, ever. And I know people will say he's a nice guy and he's got great running form.
He had a big home run in Yankee Stadium. What was it, last year or the year before? Like, he's had a clutch hit.
Oh, so we're going with one home run from last year as why he should play this year?
No, I was just saying, like, if you were gonna like wander into this guy's never done a damn thing for us. Like, well, no, I'm
gonna say never. Even though you can bring up one example,
hit a big home run.
I'm a big believer. If you're gonna prove a point, you need 3 examples. Give me the 3 biggest plays of Yoshida's career. Go ahead. I'll hang up and listen.
Okay.
Really, I'm not allowed to do that.
No, you're not allowed to do that. No. So here's actually a little theory I was working on earlier today. This is not 3-point. This is not my 3-point stance. That's going to be football related when we get to the 3:00 hour. But Andy, I think the Red Sox are sneaky missing Marcelo Meyer more than we can possibly sort of cop to, or like his injury, which is causing him now to miss the rest of the season, surgery, 3+ months to recover, etc. By not being able to play him at second and leaving Rafaela in center. The fallout from this now is you're seeing Yoshida more. Rafaela has gone straight to the tank, offensively speaking, since he's had to go to second base. There's like a whole you're a big like butterfly effect, sliding doors type of guy.
Absolutely.
Like I hate to say it, the Meyer injury coming in under the radar, sneaky bigger than we anticipated.
Wow, you even got a 3-point stance buzzer
Thank
there.
you, Stanley.
Something that Ted has never heard. I wonder what he's listening in his car. He's like, what's that? I've never heard that before. I would like to poo-poo that, but if we're going to say Mookie Betts is having the worst year of his career because he has to play shortstop, why can't I say that Rafaela took an offensive downward spiral when he had to play middle infield, right? Yep. I know it's not the exact same, but it's still going from the outfield to middle infield, and if that is theoretically more stressful, more wear and tear, whatever you want to call it, then I agree with you. And I know Marcelo Meyer was actually there yesterday. I saw him playing catch left-handed, and he clearly is trying to still be an emotional, young factor vibe guy with the team. But you're right. His not being available to actually play baseball at this point could have had a domino effect that is adversely affecting this baseball team. 617-779-7937. We're reacting to, yet again, the worst loss of the season for the Boston Red Sox.